Hi everyone and welcome back to another No Game video. Today's video is dedicated to Prifes Ray and the JP update, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. First thing is being Prifes Ray. She is going to be an absolutely phenomenal character. Just note here that Prifes Ray is going to be rayed up with all the different Prifes units within JP right now. No better time to join JP because Prifes Ray is going to be here. And just note that they are providing some free pulls, well, mainly just one free multi, alright? So when it comes to the details for Prifes Ray, just note that she is an AoE based type character. It is difficult to generate firepower in situations where there are few targets such as single boss opponents. She works very well with multi-tagged bosses or, multi-targeted bosses, quests with many enemies, and Luna Tower. So just note she is very niche within her use, and her skills are phenomenal because she increases her attack power and her crit rate by 8% whenever she's going to be attacking multiple enemies. And just note that she is also going to be increasing her attack power whenever she's attacking multiple enemies. She has a lot of mechanics where she wants to essentially fight a lot of people at once. Definitely not a solo based character, very niche in use, but that seems to be the way they make certain characters very powerful. They make them extremely viable for certain content. I can see her being a beast in arena, honestly, and she's probably going to destroy a lot of things. The thing that excites me the most is she got a Prifes form, so that means everyone like Yui, Kaori, Ray, and then the original girls, which is pretty much Pecorine, Kokoro, and Keru, got all of the different Prifes forms. So now it can only be someone outside of like the original three, not to mention the main three. And by that I mean it's time to roll into other characters. So I'm wondering who's going to be the next Prifes character, or if something else is going to be happening. Now, as you can see here, the biggest update coming ever to JP, in my opinion, is going to be the TP rank fix. All right, so rank bonus is going to be fixed now. Moving forward, whenever you're going to be going up in levels, going up in ranks, you will have a boost in TP. So that means if you're trying to stay within low levels, if you're trying to stay within lower ranks, you will actually not get as much TP, and they are finally correcting their past mistakes. So what this chart is going to show you is that in rank 7, there's going to be less TP gain overall, but as you climb the ranks, you will essentially get more TP over time, and eventually once you hit rank 21 with max level, then you will be getting the appropriate amount of TP, or you can stay at rank 18 if you so happen to choose so. But it's just one of those things where you want to be at a higher level and you also want to be at a higher rank. So if let's say your character is rank 7 and you're level 161, you'll be getting like a 0.7 multiplier, and if you're 161 and you're rank 14, you'll be getting a 0.8 modifier. But if you finally go up to rank 18, you will finally get a 1 modifier. So just note that the levels, they essentially make it so that your TP will not be reduced. Like let's say for example you're rank 14 and you're only level 125, that's fine, but moving forward, let's say you start getting to like rank 15, rank 16, you unlock these later ranks and your player level is going to be increasing, then you're essentially supposed to increase the ranks for your characters. So there's no more nonsense of keeping characters at rank 10, below like a certain level in order to get the maximum TP gains. And not to mention, you do want to increase the levels for your characters just because their base stats do help them with surviving. So if you do plan to keep them at like rank 1, level 100, you will essentially brick that character in some ways because they're just going to die because they don't have the levels to compensate. So this is actually a pretty huge update for like the overall TP margins, because this will just make it easier for everyone to play. I know it'll like sort of make Princess Connect more casual, but in the end, Princess Connect is a more casual gacha. That's its audience, and with this update, it'll help everyone remain relevant, and you can just hit the auto button whenever you're doing rank ups and equipping gear, and you'll be absolutely fine as far as like TP gains goes. But just note that this is all going to be differentiated, and you can see here they're actually decreasing the TP gains for various types of gear. So that is actually pretty important, considering how certain pieces of gear were very important in order to keep the character within a certain TP range, so that whenever they get hit, they get the appropriate TP gain. So with this update, this is going to cause a lot of fixes, and it'll finally prevent people from quote unquote bricking breaking their characters in JP. I'm not sure when this is coming to global. I'm pretty sure it's going to take a while because this is going to be affecting like ranks from, you know, rank 7 all the way to rank 21. We don't even have like rank 10 barely unlocked, so I'm not sure when this is going to be coming. Just note that I really do like this feature and I'm glad it's finally being addressed in JP. They're also going to be doing some other fixes, which personally I'm not really too worried about, but this TP update is the thing that I'm mostly focused on for this update, and probably my favorite news out of all. Favorite personally because of course this is my main waifu, and that's going to be Kaori is going to be getting a 6-star form. If you actually check her out on Twitter, most of her animation looks absolutely clean. Like, I'm just so happy Kaori finally gets her debut like this. And one of the things when you're looking at 6-star characters, there has to be like a unique factor when it comes to their union burst, and I feel like they did a fantastic job making sure Kaori is going to be looking her best and also performing at her best. I'm curious to what her abilities are, but honestly, even if she isn't the best, I'm still going to use her. Look at this skill right here. It looks like something straight out of a certain fighting game, and you can leave it in the comments to tell me what fighting game that is. But Kaori looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to get her in her 6-star form in JP. Honestly, with all these changes coming to JP, like 6-star Kaori being like one of the biggest ones. By the way, she's going to be arriving on July 8th if you didn't see. This is mostly motivating me to come back to JP and just start playing the game again. And JP really does revitalize like my overall hype for Princess Connect. So I'm just happy, like, you know, Prifes Ray's here. Bricking your units is going to not be a thing anymore. And then Kaori 6-star all arriving. It's just all fantastic news in my opinion. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into some PvP as we always do and just round out my thoughts with everything. Well, one thing really quick is that there is going to be the hard quest going to be popping up later on, and not to mention Summer Suzume. She's still going to be here for a couple more days, at least a week and some change, but just note you should save for Summer Karu. She's going to be right around the corner, and you should definitely be pulling on that banner in case you want your magic teams to be relevant and you don't want to use your standard cookie cutter physical teams with Makoto. Now we will have the option to do something else, and overall I think that's just fantastic news for like community, where we finally get like some of the most hyped up units in the entire game, and we finally just get to see whether these units actually lived up to our expectations, specifically Summer Karu, because Summer Karu isn't a game changer, but she's going to be defining in the sense that she's going to make magic teams just more usable, right? Just note that when Makoto is used, you already know Makoto isn't going to be a crazy strong busted character that'll one-shot everything. Makoto is a damage enabler. Just think of Summer Karu exactly like Makoto, because they pretty much share the same abilities. They share the same sort of mechanics, where physical defense debuffer variant, which is in the form of Makoto, now we have a magic defense breaker variant in the form of Summer Karu. So it's just going to be really nice to get all these different characters and finally go into like the fast pace of Princess Connect, because that's essentially where like the game changes. Come like Summer Karu, come Christina, come Yumi, like we won't just have to use Makoto. Makoto's still going to be absolutely insane, but finally we can have a little bit more diversity and more teams will be popping up. Think we can do this one? All right, let's go ahead and run these teams, see if we can win anything with these, and hopefully everything goes as planned, but usually nothing ever goes as planned. Ilya is not looking hot with this team that we're fighting right now, but actually, we're lasting a lot longer than I thought we would, because I thought Arisa was going to be targeting Ilya, but Kuka is doing some taunts right here. So did we manage to kill the enemy Tamaki? All right, this is very surprising because I thought this Arisa was absolutely going to obliterate us. And I think Arisa does have the ability where she targets specific characters, but with Kuka there, I guess Kuka sort of like negates like Arisa's sort of abilities to target a specific character. So that is pretty good to hear right there. Or maybe Arisa does not have that ability. Regardless, I know Arisa is a threat to Ilya, so seeing that how this team was able to take them down, that was actually kind of surprising on my part. And this is the team that I usually run. Now Miyako and June being here, I don't think this team can take them on, mostly because of the fact that Miyako is able to dodge all of the hits between Mitsuki and Mimi, and 9 times out of 10 it's also really difficult to take her down with a physical team. So I believe this is going to be going down. But honestly, like the biggest thing with the JP updates, the TP bricking finally getting fixed is absolutely insane. I hope they can add that into global. I feel like that's actually just as monumental as like the 20 or 200 pity that they have now enabled. So with that being said, JP is definitely improving, which means there's a better overall future for Princess Connect, which has me really hyped. I mean, nothing changes gameplay wise, but it's just like those little incremental changes that makes Princess Connect such a high quality gacha because of all the different features that they keep adding to it. As old as it is still holding up to be one of the most casual and free to play and sort of like best maintained gacha games over the years. One of the best, all right? I'm not saying it's the best, I'm saying it's one of the best gacha games that's being maintained over time because the JP support that the devs keep showing, side games keep showing up and pretty much revitalizing Prifes or Princess Connect with like the best possible updates that it could get, because TP reduction or TP bricking has just been a thing throughout the entire history of Princess Connect. And for them to actually fix it after all this time, it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy because I'm pretty sure it had to do like a lot of changes. They had to fix a lot of the gear. They had to fix a lot of the different ranks. So I'm pretty sure like it was an entire like back end fix just to make sure that TP was properly gained within all the different units. Anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we hit 25,000 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Prifes Ray already in JP, 6-star Kaori around the corner, TP getting fixed. It's all the amazing things that I want to see. Anyways, thanks so much and have yourself a fantastic day.